101. My name is Pam Morin, and I'm a Creative Memories Advisor. I'm so happy to be here tonight to continue with where we left off in September. We were making an 8x8 album, and so I have decided on the theme of that album. I'm really excited about it because um, they're pictures that I have been trying to get into an album for a while, and I wasn't sure how I was going to scrapbook them. So you guys have helped me decide how I'm going to get these pictures, what type of album I'm going to do with these pictures. So welcome. I hope as you jump on, you will say hi and let me know where you're joining from. We all love to see people from all over the United States. We've had people from Australia and Canada join us. So we just love to see all of you here and saying hi. Hello, how are you? Thank you for saying hi. Welcome, welcome. So I know that 8x8s are a smaller album. My regular album, my usual album that I scrapbook with is a 12x12 because we can fit lots of pictures on those pages. So 8x8 may not be a size that comes to mind immediately when you're thinking of making an album. But the important part is to get your pictures off of your phone and into an album where you can enjoy them. So if you have an event that you have a fewer number of pictures, or you want to make an album for someone as a gift, 8x8 is a great choice, and you really can get lots of pictures in 8x8 albums. So let's just review what we've been talking about all year in Scrapbooking 101. We started off talking about how to organize your scrapbooking space. You may not have a dedicated room. You may just have a dedicated table, a dining room table or a kitchen table. Some people have turned their closets into their scrapbooking space. Whatever area you have, I hope you have someplace where you can leave your scrapbooking supplies out and organize them. I know some people have to put them away because it is in a space. And if that's the case, then, that's awesome too. You just have to be very good about how to organize and what kind of storage you are going to use to organize your stash. But if you have a scrapbooking space, if you're lucky to have a room dedicated to scrapbooking, it's an awesome area to, we were talking about last week, it's an awesome area just to go and be. And you don't even necessarily have to scrapbook. It's just your space that you can decorate and you can make it feel your own and have all of the things around you that bring you joy. So that's what we talked about in our first classes, is having that space to dedicate to yourself, to your hobby, and to making these albums that bring you joy and hopefully other people joy as well. The next thing that we talked about in Scrapbooking 101 when organizing is how to organize. So you can see behind me how I like to organize. I like to use the paper organizers from Stamp and oh my gosh, I always forget this name and I don't know why. Stamp and oh my gosh, why does that name always leave my brain? It's a great, I'm going to look it up right now. Stamp and Storage. Yes, Stamp and Storage. That's it. Thank you. I had to remind myself. Stamp and Storage has all of these great organizational shelves, I'll call them, made out of wood. They are handmade shelves. So it's the insert not the cubes shelf, that's from IKEA. But the insert inside my shelf here where my paper is in, that's made at Stamp and Storage. And that is how I like to organize my paper. I love having these so that I can see all of my colors easily. And I love to organize them by the colors of the rainbow. Just helps me be able to find them. And then underneath those, I have drawers that I have small items in. That's how I like to store those things. For the most part, I don't like to use drawers. I just have a few small things in these drawers, and these are the only sets I have, these two behind me, because I like to have everything visible. And then on my wall that you can't see, I have shelves lining that wall that have all my punches on it. So I like to have everything out so that I can see it. I've tried both methods of organizations, drawers and open organization, and I like the open better. I just felt like in a drawer I had to look through them all the time to remember what I had. So totally up to you and totally based on the space that you have. But that's, kind of the first two things about scrapbooking is find a space that you can scrapbook, and then organize your stash so that it's easy for you to access, easy for you to find things. So whatever is, works for you is what you should use. And there are so many different options out there that you can use. So organizing, finding your space, organizing. Then the next thing is, okay, now I need to decide what album do I want to do. So that's when you get on your phone or you get into that storage that you have of all of those pictures and you start organizing the pictures. And that can take the longest, I find, for me. That is the longest step in scrapbooking, excuse me, is organizing my pictures and finding the ones that I want to use. You may take 30 pictures at one soccer game of your grandkids, but do you need to scrap all 30 pictures? My opinion would be no. I would not print out all 30 pictures from a soccer game because I feel like there's going to be a lot of repeats in there. So I would find the ones that are my favorite, the ones that really tell the story, the ones that are the crisp, clean looking pictures and are, that start from the beginning and go to the end, right? So the soccer, the picture of the grandchild that's playing soccer with their team, maybe with their best friend, and then some of them out on the field. And, what I like to use, I've been really trying to hold myself to, is 1 2-page layout for each event. And if that doesn't work, then I will do more. I'll do 2, or I will try other alternatives where I can have special paper or peekaboo pockets to add those extra pictures to the 2-page layout. So I try to hold myself to that. Just because that's telling the story, right? A 2-page layout is enough to tell the story. It's enough to get 8 to 10 to more, depending on the size of your pictures, on that 2-page layout. So I like to, I've started trying to hold myself to that and not use too many pictures from one event. And I try not to take that many pictures of the same event anymore. I try to get the good pictures and then stop taking the pictures because that is another way that will keep me from printing out 30 pictures from one event. So just to kind of explain my process and what I've been trying to do when I am deciding on pictures for my scrapbook. So I'm going to say hi to a couple other people I see joining. Hello, Gail. Thank you so much for joining. And hello, Christina. Nice to see you guys. I'm so glad you're here and thank you for saying hi. Okay, so we've talked about finding a space to scrapbook. We've talked about organizing our stash. We've talked about picking out our pictures. Then we need to print them. I print mine through Creative Memories. Being a Creative Memories advisor, I get a discount on everything I buy. I am a level 5 advisor, so I get a 40% discount on everything I buy. So I print my pictures out with Creative Memories. I love their pictures. They are a matte finish. I prefer matte to glossy. I don't like all the shine of my pictures, so I like to do the matte. And you do have the option to, you know how sometimes when you're taking pictures on your phone, it's a larger ratio, and when you're printing them, you need to watch, because you don't want to print at that larger ratio because it may cut somebody's head off. So you just have to be very careful when you have uploaded your pictures to the place you're going to print them. Go through each one and make sure that everything you want in the picture is there. And Creative Memories picture printing does have that option where you can scale it down to the smaller ratio so that it fits everything in the picture, so that nobody's head is cut off or that you're missing things from the picture and you get them back and you're like, oh my gosh, this is not what I wanted. So just be very careful when you're uploading to any of these services that print pictures, that you go through each one and make sure that everything you want in the picture is there. Hi, Beth. Thank you. Beth said she's a new subscriber and enjoying my videos. Thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that. Thanks for watching. Okay, so we've chosen our scrapbooking space. We've organized. We've decided, we've looked through our pictures and decided which ones we're going to use. And right along with looking through pictures and deciding which ones you're going to use, you kind of at the same time are deciding on the theme of your album, right? Because the pictures, you know, they could be a wide variety, right? If you want to do some from 1980 and then some from 1990 and then some from 2000, because it's an album all about your life, that's fabulous. Then that is the theme of your album, is your life, your heritage, your memories, you know, whatever theme or title you want to give that, you've decided on the theme. So that's the next decision to be made, is what is the theme of my album? What am I going to include in this album? And then once you decide on the theme, then you can decide on the color and the paper. And, you know, if you want to stay with a certain color, or if you're just going to use everything in your stash and it's going to be a variety of different colors, totally up to you. If you're trying to use up your stash, then, you know, for sure, grab all of those papers. Does not have to be the same color throughout. It really doesn't. You make it however suits you. It's your album and your pictures, and it should make you happy and bring you joy. So you decide what that is and what that's going to look like. And, you know, maybe the color and the theme, I'm sorry, the color and the color palette, and I guess the theme of the papers just depends on the pictures, right? So it does not have to be the same. And if you're doing a heritage album, maybe you start, and you're doing when you were younger, you start with some primary colors, because that's kind of a child type theme. And then as you progress through your life, you change your color theme based on the decade it is or what you're wearing in the pictures. You know, you decide. There's really no rules. There really are no rules to what is in your scrapbook. It is totally up to you. And so that kind of brings me to the theme of my 8x8 that we started the last time. So I'm going to switch my camera around now to my table. So bear with me here just a sec. So this is the album that we worked on in September. If you remember, we did a formula, an 8x8 formula, and we pre-made the pages. Now, I haven't done anything with the cover page yet, so it is still blank. But the other pages in between the first and last page, we did a formula where we cut paper in strips, and then we put them down in different directions on each of the pages. And then the thought is that now it's ready for pictures. So if you don't have all your pictures, maybe this is an album that you're going to use for 2024. and you're going to put in it a picture, a 2-page layout every month for the year. I love that. Wouldn't that be cool? A 2-page layout for January, February, March. And so in January, you're going to come in here and you're going to grab those pictures and you're going to put them on this first page. And then the next page, you're going to grab those pictures from February and you're going to put them on this 2-page layout, and so on and so forth. So it's all ready for you to go because you've already decorated the pages with your paper, right? And I wanted to point out, if you participated in the recent birthday promo, you received this Scrapbooking Ideas and Sketches for free, this book. And in the back of the book is the formula that we used for this album, this 8x8 fast formula, where we cut our 12x12 designer paper into these different sizes. So 2 4x6, 2 8x4, and 2 8x2. It uses up a whole sheet of 12x12 paper, and that's how we came up with these strips that we have in the 8x8. So that formula is in the back of your book if you want to refer to that. You also have a fast album formula for 12x12 back here. Oh, let me open it up. Oh, sorry, hit my camera. You have the 8x8 formula. You have the 6 3/4 by 10 formula, which is our happy album size. And then you have a 12x12 fast album formula. So there's 3 different formulas in the back of the book, starting on page 107. And they walk you through the sizes that you need to cut and how you lay them out on your pages. So you can pre-design your whole album, and then throughout the year, you can add pictures to it. Or maybe you're getting ready to go to a crop and you want to pre-design it and then put your pictures in at the crop. There you go. You will be all set and you'll have that album done by the end of the weekend. So like I said, 12x12 formula, the 6 3/4 by 10 formula, which is the happy album size, and then the 8x8 fast formula album. So they're all in the back there, easy to use, easy to follow. So grab that sketchbook. They are back there for you to use. Okay, so now we are ready to put our pictures in our album, and I'm going to show you. I kind of gave you a hint in what I was just talking about putting pictures in for each month. Because in 2020, yes, the year of COVID, actually, it probably would have been the year before, probably 2019, Creative Memories came out with a desk calendar. And I made that desk calendar and I took it to work because I thought, how great would that be to have these pictures, and you pull, a month off at a time, and then you have the pictures to look at every month. So these are from the desk calendar that I made in 2019 for my desk in 2020. So I obviously only got to look at January and February for the whole month, because in the month of March, we were shut down. And then from March to December, I didn't really get to see these very often because we weren't in the office. So I brought it home. I brought that calendar home and took it apart and thought, well, I need to do something with these pictures. I really like them. And I couldn't decide what to do with them until we made this album. And it all came together. First, because it's an album with the theme of love, right? It's got love on the front. It's got love on the spine. It's just love everywhere. So I just love that. And these pictures are pictures that I picked out, to remind me of people during that month. So this is a picture of my dad. This is January. My dad's birthday was in January, and him and I used to go painting classes together. So that's why I picked this one for January. And I still have the calendar. I don't know that I have the calendar post-it note for each of the months, but I still have the calendar for January. So somehow I'm going to put that in there on the page. I'll probably have to trim it down, move these die cuts, that kind of thing. But we'll do that in just a minute. And then this one is a picture of me and my youngest daughter because her birthday is in February. So this is my February picture, and so on. This is a picture of me and my sisters. This is April. I'm sorry, this is March because my middle sister's birthday is in March. So that was March, and so on. My daughter's birthday, my middle daughter's birthday is April. My best friend, her and I had share the same birthday. So this is May. So all of these pictures represent the month that they were in. And they've just been laying on my in my shelf, waiting for me to figure out how to use them. So I'm really excited that this is happening because I've been wanting to get these in an album. So then when I laid them out, my January and February, and I was thinking about how I was going to do the layout or what I was going to do, my thought was, not only will I have this picture and this one, oh, I do have the date for this one. This was from actually 2014. So, oh, sorry, there's a bit of a glare. So my thought was, I'm going to put this picture down here. I'm going to have the date on it that it's from 2014. I'm going to have the little calendar here showing that it was Dad's birthday. And then I thought I would do kind of like then and now type pictures, right? So I would do one from 2014 of my dad, and then maybe get one from 2018 or, you know, something, and do like a then and now type of thing. So here's one from 2014, here's one from 10 years later or something like that. So this one of my daughter and I don't have the year written down on this one. I'm going to have to look it up, but let's say it's from 2016. So I'm going to do this picture from 2016 of her and I, and then later on, I don't know how many years I'll do, maybe 10 years later. I don't know if I'm going to set the amount of years, but I'll do one of here's Alex and I now, and I'm sorry, then, and here's Alex and I now type of thing. So I'm really excited about this album. This is something new that I haven't done before. So that is my thought process, and that's where I got these pictures. So let's go ahead and get started on getting them down. So on this first page, you know, we have these strips of paper, and we went horizontal with this one. I'm just going to do this little corner over here. It's sticking up. All right, there we go. So that works well with this picture because this one is a horizontal picture, but I want to leave enough space. Like I said, I'm going to do another picture and do like a then and now type of thing. And then I also want to include the calendar. So I'm going to need to trim this up a bit. And there is some empty space on either side of the calendar. So I don't know what I'll title this. Maybe something like Years of Love or something to that effect. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet. But I'm so excited when I saw these pictures laying on my shelf. I thought that would be the perfect thing to get those in an album so that they're not laying there anymore. I'm not worried about losing them anymore. They're not getting in the way anymore. So I'm going to get them in an album, get them out of the way, and so that I can enjoy them. All right, so I'm going to get rid of some of this white space. This is a sticky note, so it's got sticky on the back. And then I'm just trying to peel these up. These are put on here with some repositionable, but this just proves what I've been saying for years since repositionable adhesive came out. It does become permanent. This definitely has become permanent on this piece of paper. It's not going to fall off, ever. All right. So I'm just going to trim off the other side of this calendar, get rid of that white space, make this a little smaller. I should have done the top first to get rid of the adhesive. That would have made this easier. It's kind of sticking. There we go. All right. So there we go. So I'm going to include the little calendar. Maybe I'll put it over here on the side, kind of tuck it in, and then leave plenty of space up here for whatever other pictures I want to do of my dad and I, you know, the then and now, or then and later type of thing. And that's what I'll do on the front, the cover page to is I'm going to explain what is in this album. I'm going to give it a title, and then I'll have some kind of journaling box here that will explain what is included in the album. And then I have, you know, something over here that I could do like a little dedication type of thing. Okay, so I like the way this looks. I'm gonna just go ahead and put this down. Another thing that worked out really well is the color scheme of these photo mats that were from the desk calendar that came out in 2019 that I put these on. They match the colors that we used in the album, which, oh my gosh, that just was lucky. So there we go. My January picture with me and Dad. There we go. Sorry for the glare. Try and move that over. Okay. So the same thing then with this picture, and I already have some journaling here. So these are vertical strips of paper, which looks really cool against this horizontal picture. So I think I'm good with that one. We're just going to lay that one down. This is going to go pretty fast now that we've pre-designed this album. And then we've got the calendar, which is February. Find some way to tuck this in. I think we're going to have to put it up top here. And then whatever other picture I'll do over here. And, you know, I can get a circle picture in here. Let's see. Let me get my little placeholders here just to show you what other size picture I can fit on these in these 8x8s. So this is a 4x4. I have room for a 4x4 to tuck that in there. I have room for a 3x4. So if I wanted to do 3 pictures on this page, I could. I have the room to do it. I don't have to have a title on every page because I have the little calendar. So we know, because I'm going to explain it all on the cover page, we know that, you know, each page is going to have a January, February. If you wanted to do January and do a 2-page layout, you could do that as well. It's totally up to you. All right. So here we go. February. And maybe I will do that. Maybe I will do a couple of them with a 2-page. Let's count how many we have, right? So we've got 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I have 10. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I have 11. So I will need another 2-page layout to do 12, but only if I do 2 for each month. So I can move February over to the next page. I don't know if it's gonna leave a mark. Let's see. That's the great thing about our adhesive. You do have time to change your mind. All right, let's do that. Let's do a 2-page layout for each month. And that way I can do several pictures of each of the family members. I can do over here and then have a title up here. Okay, you talked me into it. So there we go. We have a 2-page layout then for February. This will be March. So I can put that one over there. I like this idea because we can kind of spread out a bit and get lots of pictures. I'm telling you, these little 8x8s are mighty little books. They hold lots of little pictures. Okay, so I'm going to trim the calendar. So all of those calendars that you've made over the years that have pictures in them, save them and put them in an album. I used to do that every year. Make a calendar and give it as presents. It's a great gift. Oh, and I'm going to do my picture. And it's just so happens that this picture already had the word love on it. There we go. And then here's my month. And that'll give me room to explain each month. That it's Alec, my daughter's birthday. I can have some journaling and say it's her birthday. This one is for my sister's birthday. This one is for my middle daughter's birthday. There we go. See how fast this goes? Okay, maybe I'll leave these on here. Have a little umbrella for April showers. We'll put the calendar over here on this side this time. Here's May. That's going to rip it. So let's just leave that on there and put it on like this. There we go. You see how fast a pre-made album can be? You use up all of that paper, which is great. Cutting the strips, whole pieces of paper so you don't have leftovers. You lay the strips down. You adhere them to the page and you do in different directions, combining two different patterns to give you a nice color palette for the 2-page layout. My little grandson. Not so little anymore. I love that I'm getting to enjoy these pictures again. Like I said, I didn't get to enjoy them on my desk at work. So the fact that I can enjoy them now in this album and then add some to it later on so that you can see a then and now, or two different, see the difference between the decades. Watch people grow, watch people, I guess, age over time, which is a good thing, right? Just changing it up, putting the picture, some of them on the right side, some of them on the left side. There we go. And then August is my wedding anniversary, is our wedding anniversary. So this is a picture of my husband. So I'll get some pictures of him and I and put them down for August. You know, another way to do this is to use our happy albums. I mentioned those earlier. We have albums that are 6 3/4 by 10. And I use mine for my calendar. And I have it laying over there on the other side of my table. I'll show it to you here in just a second. But this is a great way to use it for your calendar and then also put pictures in it with your memories. So have a planner, a journaling planner with your memories. There we go. And then this was September. One of our favorite places to vacation. St. Pete Beach. We love it down there. September is also my oldest sister's birthday, and I'm thinking as I'm putting this down that I'm going to include her on this page because her and I like to travel together, so that'll work out. I'll do her birthday. I'll have her on this page and then traveling on this page. That'll be perfect. And then October is my mom's birthday. We're getting close. We're getting close. Now, once we get the pictures in, I will go back and add some more fun things to the page, some die cuts, some titles. I just want to get the pictures down in the book first. All right, November. Oh, I don't have the calendar for this one. And December. So December, I'm going to have to make the page. So we'll just stop there. Okay, so now we'll go back. To January. Here is my 2-page layout for January. And we don't need a title because we already have the title. And then I have my journaling over here. I'll get more pictures of Dad and I and put them here. So let's see what kind of laser titles I have that I can put on this page. I like to organize my laser titles. Okay, there's one in here that says create. So we can put that on here. Oh, I see it. Because we were creating art. There we go. A little bit of repositionable on the back of this. Oh, can't see me. Hold on, let me hide that caption. There we go. I just did a little bit of repositionable on the back of this laser cut here. And I'm going to put this little create right here. Okay. Then for February, we were going on a cruise here. So I need something to show us something cruisy that I don't have in front of me right now. But I do like this little guy, this little banner. That looks cute. And I just need to get some little letters, and I'll put cruising together up here. That will be cute. I like that. It looks like a ticket. I don't have my little letters here. All right. And then this one is my sister's birthday. So I do have a little birthday cake. I can put that over here. Let's tuck that under there. There we go. That'll look cute. So we got a little birthday cake. We've got some love that's up on foam squares. We got love over here. This is my daughter's birthday, so I'm going to have to find something else that has birthday. Oh, I know what it was. Sorry, I'm going to flip back over here. This is the little die cut that I used for the vacation with my youngest daughter. Let's see if I can't peel this off of here. There we go. I'm going to put some more repositionable on there. Definitely held up. There we go. And that'll fit right there in that little ticket that we found. I love it when things come together. That's why it's nice when you're organizing your stash to organize it the way that's going to help you find it easily. Because you may have bought something 10 years ago and now you have found the perfect place for it. And I love that feeling. And so now you can put it down and use it on in your book. So just keeping it organized will help you with that. Being able to find it and then piece things together when you need to. Okay. All right, so we did this one. We added a little birthday cake. I've got celebrate over here, so I think we're good with this one. And we got the little icons over here on the calendar. So for now, I think we're good with this 2-page layout. This one says all the good vibes. This is our birthday. I don't have another. Oh, wait a minute. I've got some balloons here. I can put these balloons. And these were all little die cuts that came with the calendar when I was making the desk calendar. There we go. Some little balloons over there. It doesn't take a lot. It does not take a lot to make a page. You don't have to add tons of things to it. You always just want to have pictures, designer paper, some kind of decoration like stickers or die cuts, and a title. So that's what you need on every page to make a scrapbook page. And it doesn't have to be a whole lot and complicated. You can make just very simple pages. Okay, so this is 4th of July. I have a little ice cream. I think I'll put the ice cream on there. Actually, I have to put the ice cream back on the first page. My dad and I love ice cream. Something like this. I'm trying not to cover up the calendar too much. There we go. That was Dad's favorite. All right. May, June, okay, July, we talked about July. And then August, I've got some hearts there. I've got a little leaf here. Let's add another little heart down here at the bottom. And we'll put this one up on foam squares. I don't have anything on foam squares on this page yet. And I have to have foam squares on every page because I love them. I love how they add some fun to your page, add some depth to your page. Just make it look cute. Okay, so there we go. Nice big heart there. And I will get more pictures of my sister and talk about our vacations together on this 2-page layout. October is Mom's birthday. I don't have anything birthday laying here yet, but let's see. Let's do a little banner here that says good times. And we're going to put that up on foam squares. So very easy. We pre-made our pages. We put photo mats behind our pictures and put those on the pages. We left plenty of room for our pictures that we're going to add later. And we put a few little things on there right now to decorate. And that is it. That is how you make a fun and easy and fast scrapbook. This little saying says, say cheese. We always tried to take a picture, a family picture at the holidays. Doesn't always work. We don't always remember, but there we go. Say cheese. So I'm excited for this because I know I have other family pictures at Thanksgiving, so I can show. I'm going to try and do something more recent, something within the last 5 years, so that you can see the changes in everyone. And be sure and put the dates. That's very important. Put the dates of the pictures so that you can see, or you can even put like I guess just the dates. Put, this happened in 2015. Here's Thanksgiving 2015. Here's Thanksgiving 2023. So just to see, how the family has changed and grown. So there we go. That's the last one. I have to make my 2-page layout for December. So there we go. We have made an 8x8 album that will be great to put out on my coffee table. So when my grandkids come over, they can take a look at all of the fun pictures that have happened during the year of their family. So I'm excited for this album. I'm so glad to finally get these pictures in an album. I didn't want to lose sight of them. And now they're all here ready to share and enjoy in this album. All right, let me go back through the chat. I have lost track of your comments, so I want to go back and read them, make sure there weren't any questions. Gail said, I love how these pages turned out. Thank you very much. I do love how it all came together. It's really funny because this album is probably from the old CM, not probably. This album is from the old CM, so it's older than 2014. So I've had it for years. And then this paper that I put in it just came out in 2000. 20 or 21, I can't remember. So, they are decades apart, but they work really well together. So thanks. I'm really happy with how this came out as well. Beth said, I love 8x8 albums. I'm looking forward to working with the Border Maker system. I'm just getting back to. Yes, into scrapbooking. Just getting back into scrapbooking. Yes, the Border Maker would be perfect for this. I didn't make any for this one. I did all sticker borders in here, but you definitely can add, I definitely can add borders in the 8x8 as well. Just have to trim them down. But it is a great system, and it is a great decoration for any size album. So thank you for saying that. Hey, Karen, this is going to be cute. Thank you, Karen. Hey, Jean, thank you for saying it looks great. Nothing like the West Coast of Florida. Oh, you got that right. You got that right. Thank you for saying that it came out great. Thanks so much. Yes. So, I guess what I wanted to say, I lost my track. I lost my thought track there, but I wanted to say about the Border Maker system. I didn't put any in here, but it is something that I use on my Wednesday night lives. So check that out. I don't know if I'm using it this week, but check that out on my Wednesday night lives. I use the Border Maker system a lot. All right. Oh, thank you for, yes, she said she loved the cover of the scrapbook. It is really cute. I don't think there are any hearts out there right now in the 8x8 scrapbooks, but there are some really cute with pumpkins on the front. I really like that one. And there's some specialty ones out there right now. That might be the only one that has the design on it at this point. They do have one that is a quilted stitch. That looks like a quilted stitch on the front. But they come out with exclusive 8x8 albums 2 or 3 times a year. So keep your eye out for the next set of 8x8s that come out. Yes, please try an 8x8 album, and please let me know how it goes. I would love for you to try it out, make one, take a picture, put it out on my Facebook page. That would be great. We'd all love to see your 8x8 album. Maybe make a video and post it out there to my Facebook page, or if you're a member of any of my groups, Pam's Creative Scrapbooking Group, Creative Heart Scrapbooking. If you're members of those, please, we would love to see what your 8x8, how your 8x8 turns out using this fast formula. All right, ladies. Well, thank you so much for joining me again for a Scrapbooking 101. I hope this has inspired you. I'd just like to show you how I scrapbook, and hopefully that will help you, inspire you to try a new way of scrapbooking, or to think about your scrapbooking and how you want to scrapbook. I want you to make it your own. My way is not the only way. There are so many different ways that you can scrapbook. So I just like to try and help you get started, give you some inspiration to get you going. And maybe you have a friend you've been trying to get to scrapbook. Please send them over to my YouTube channel, and they can watch the videos and maybe help them beginners get started. And that way they can go to crops with you. But I know that I've been trying to get my sisters to scrapbook for a while, and they did recently start. So I'm really excited about that. So I know that scrapbooking is just so rewarding and so much fun. You can be creative. You can do as much or as little as you want on your pages. And it's all up to you because it's your scrapbook. And it's just a great way to bond with other scrapbookers. I know we have a blast. My Friday night virtual crops, we have so much fun. So it's just a great hobby, and I just like to talk about it all the time and try and get as many people to start and to try it. And just even if they're just making one scrapbook, I have a friend of mine who made a scrapbook for each of their kids when each of her kids when they graduated from high school, from birth to high school, and they're gorgeous. So those were the projects that she wanted to do. So it's just a great hobby and it's a great keepsake. I'm a very sentimental person, so I like to have all of my pictures in albums so that I can look back and remember the great memories. So I wanted to tell you my next Scrapbooking 101 is November the 20th. And then the last one of the year is December 18th. So there is one in November and December. So we have two more this year for Scrapbooking 101. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And all of the videos are out in my groups and out on my YouTube channel. So if you want to go back and look at previous videos, they're all out there for you to look at again. All right. Thank you all, and I will see you all Wednesday night for my Wednesday Night Live. Good night.